I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, and today's question comes to us from a young filmmaker who's getting started on an animated project set in the far-flung future, and they want to know what advice I can give about incorporating Lovecraftian elements into their narrative. Now, luckily for you, the idea of taking the far distant future and applying certain elements of cosmic horror is not a new one. There are films and television programs and games of all sorts that have done a lot of the heavy lifting for you, and you can take a certain amount of inspiration or perhaps education from what they've done. Nevertheless, what I would caution you is in how you juxtapose two particular tensions between your theme and your format. You see, animation has come a great deal of distance since my era. Over 100 years, it's managed to showcase just how it can depict so many varieties of phenomena. You're not bound by the rules of physics, of what can be observed on this terrestrial globe. Indeed, it's able to depict the fantastic and the cosmic in ways which beggar belief. However, my stories, the horrors that are found therein, the monsters, the great cosmic forces, much of their terror comes from being, well, indescribable, beyond the ken of mortal man. And as such, whenever they're depicted on screen or in games or what have you, well, it can sometimes be something of a letdown. So, what I would suggest to you, if nothing else, is to imagine how you can incorporate my monsters, my horrors, into your fiction, while at the same time limiting their actual presence on the screen. I think one of the greatest artists who has managed to accomplish something very similar were the people who worked on the Charlie Brown animated specials, particularly how they depicted adults. You never see the adults. You never even truly hear them. Their language is disconcerting and indecipherable, and yet their presence is undeniable. You can see the uncertainty and fear in the faces of those bulbous-headed children every time they have to hear that womp, 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 womp. As far as models go, you could do far worse. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.